Directionally challenged hiker here at 6 Mile Camp along the Colorado River between Glen Canyon Dam and Lee's Ferry. This is our second night out, final night for this trip. Again, we sort of took our time and we're just trying to enjoy ourselves. There's our canoe parked there, and I'm gonna back up and turn around. This is where we put in today. It is at this point one of the better spots we thought to, beach your watercraft, in our case our canoe. So yeah, we also spent a chunk of the afternoon standing and sitting on some of the rocks in the water, as it was in the 90s and it felt really, really hot. Like, that sun was intense today. So yeah, I spent a lot of time sitting in the water. I'm gonna just take a quick walk over here. This is where when we came up to this camp area, there was one of the motorized boats was here. We kind of avoided it as we thought maybe that would happen again, and it was a little bit easier on those rocks there with the canoe. So I am just going to do a quick tour of the camp tonight. There is another couple here, so I will respect their privacy. But Never Ending Project is up there playing the guitar that he brought along. Yes, we remembered the guitar, but we didn't remember anything to sleep with. So yeah, and as we bring that up again, so it's cowboy camping if you forego a tent. What do you call it when you bring the tent, but you don't bring the air mattresses, you don't bring any sort of bedding, little inflatable pillows? So give me an answer there, please. I would like to see what your thoughts are on that one. So I will avoid, there are a couple spots over there, but they are set up over there, so we won't go there. I'm heading up. Straight ahead is the composting toilet, which pretty sure all the camp areas along this stretch of the Colorado River have them. That is our spot over there. We're just gonna go up here a little ways. Again, it was fairly warm. No shade here, really. I mean, we were in the water and then like sitting next to little small bushes, trying to catch a little shade throughout the afternoon. So just a heads up on that. I will say the area to beach your boats was not as nice as where we were last night at Ferry Swale, but this is in my opinion. I feel like the little camp areas that are here are a little bit nicer. There doesn't seem to be as much of the charcoal burnt up wood stranded around this area, and I haven't seen any toilet paper. So I don't know. This is also, if I've got it right, the last camp area along this stretch to Lee's Ferry. So it is 6 Mile. We are about 6 miles out from Lee's Ferry. So tomorrow morning we will finish that paddle down the Colorado River to that point, and we will be doing a couple little short day hikes, excursions along the way. Hopefully they're not quite as scrambly as today's, and maybe, yeah, we've never done this before. This is definitely a first. We've both had minimal canoe experience, but never a trip on the river. Well, he's had one trip on the river. I've never had a river trip, and so it's been exciting. Shouldn't say this. We haven't dumped it. We've been very careful. no intentions of trying to dump it. Yeah, that was a story from long ago. Kind of how we met, but maybe another time. So I'm gonna go up here. Again, there are halfway decent composting toilets. That is really nice to have. And then a couple more sites along here. We did check these out earlier today. This one up here is pretty decent, but that rock wall over there was radiating some heat, and we didn't want that. We originally looked at it hoping that we would catch some shade from that wall a little bit sooner. The shade came around 5 with the sun dropping. I'm gonna just go that direction, kind of over the canyon wall about there. Having trouble speaking tonight, so. But we had some clouds move in, so we caught a little bit of shade earlier, and we were very thankful for that. So again, this is a pretty decent area. The issue we've had here is all the little trees are so scrubby and kind of wimpy that it's really hard to hang your water bag to filter your water. So I actually employed the sign that says 6 Mile Camp, and that worked quite well until the wind kicked up and it was near empty. But I will say that MSR water bag, it hit the ground with about 1 liter of water in it, and it did pretty good. So I'm just walking over here. I have not been over back this far yet, as like I said, it was pretty warm, and yeah, I was just kind of chilling. So this kind of goes around here, along here, not exactly sure where, so you're taking a walk with me. But let's just do that. Look at the river. Yeah, it is pretty quiet right now. Again, today there were people fishing on the river kind of near this area. I guess if you like to fish, that could be fun. I've fished a few times, but I do not eat them, so yeah, I don't know if it's really worth it. And this looks to be maybe someone just kind of chills over here and cooks their fish, but I don't really see a sight, at least not anything that looks too what do you want to say, accommodating for a tent. But yeah, so that's the view. This is again 6 Mile Camp. Decent little area. Other than, okay, a little bit harder to beach our canoe, and then there really wasn't a lot of shade. So I guess the time of year really, you know, if you're coming when it's a little cooler, you might not mind that as much. But it was a little warm for us today. But yeah, I am pretty tired. I'm going to give you a down view onto our site, and then I will probably wrap this up. Oh yeah, we're cooking dinner tonight. I don't know what you all cook with, but I've been using my little MSR pocket rocket. I think I paid like $35 for it several years ago now, and it's been my go-to stove. And last night I was cooking, I'm like, man, that water's not boiling, and it was really windy. And tonight, as I was breaking it down to put it back away, I realized the little piece that was on it to help with the wind had fallen off somewhere. So yeah, I don't know, it's been used, it's been loved. Okay, another little spot right there. So yeah, there's definitely, you know, if you come in with a group or something, there's definitely some places to, you know, set up your home for the night. If you were doing it as just a one-nighter, you know, like start out overnight and then finish out, this would probably be a good spot. You'd only have 6 miles to go. But yeah, there's a look at that again. And then we'll get a quick look down on our little area. We're actually kind of spread out. We have our tent set up, and then if you had some buddies with you where he's sitting in his chair playing guitar, you could pitch another tent, and then over to the right there a little bit. So pretty awesome little area. Yep, day 2, finishing up tomorrow, and then I think we're gonna head on over to Page and take a look down at Horseshoe Bend again. We have done that before. So until next time, directionally challenged hiker. There is the sign that I hung the water filter on, and just taking a better look at our camp area here. Kind of blew by it earlier, I think. So we set our tent up here, and there is one of the fire areas, if you like. And I don't know if you caught that, but you can get a pretty good echo here. So definitely a big little area, and I dumped a water bag out there. Just had some water that was hot and didn't eat it, so yeah, it kind of goes down there. And then if you want a little bit of privacy, someone has created a little site back there. So there you go. And obviously right there. So later. Can't resist adding a few photos from the camp area. I always enjoy doing this. But you've probably heard me mention forgetting certain things for our trip. We got to our campsite. I'm not sure it's on more than a short, but we got to our campsite at Lee's Ferry Campground and set up our tent and kind of looked at each other and thought the other one had grabbed the dry bag that had our air mattresses. We packed some sheets, little inflatable pillows, Never Ending Project's extra clothes, and the solar charger. It was at home in our bedroom. So yeah, we've been doing this trip without. Kind of interesting. But anyway, until next time.